Hello, this is Anil Ramtreater, and today I'm going to be doing a presentation or training on using effective scripts. I get a lot of phone calls and messages with people asking me, Anil, what do I say when dealing with certain people? What's the approach? And so today I'm going to go over that. So go through this training and remember as well, if you really want to master understanding people and the different types of people out there, you need to also do the personality types training that I have on my YouTube channel. And as well, I have another training around sharing, inviting, and enrolling. So this is just another segue in the trainings on effective scripts. And I will share some scripts in this training as well. So when you look at writing your list, ladies and gentlemen, remember you want to put everybody on your list. Do not prejudge, put everyone on your list from birth till now. And people fall into three categories. They either are red, which are people you look up to. They're wealthy, influential community leaders, speakers, trainers, successful business owners. Maybe it was your dean in college. Maybe it was a professor, a teacher. These are people that you look up to. And the reds are interesting because that is a group of people most people in direct sales and network marketing avoid. However, these are the people who have money, they have influence, they look at opportunities, they look at businesses, and so the wealth in direct sales and network marketing live with the reds. So as you write your list, you want to identify on the list who is a red as you work with your My5 and your experts. The greens are people you consider an equal. They are equals to you, like your friends, classmates, co-workers, neighbors. These are people that whatever you're doing, you have to use a different approach with them because they consider you as an equal, okay? And we will get into that in the training as I move forward. The blue, these are people who look up to you. So it could be a younger sibling, students in your class, clients, those who follow you on social media. Maybe you're a coach, and the blues are the people you coach and mentor. So these are people that look up to you. Generally, in business, blues are the easiest people to enroll because whatever you're up to, they want to get involved. So again, on your list, you want to identify who on your list are a blue to you, who's a green, who's a red. This is very, very important, ladies and gentlemen, building a successful business. You must understand who you're dealing with and what category they fall into. And again, this is in alignment with the training I also do with personality types with shark, whales, urchins, dolphins, okay? Now, here's a script for a red. Hello, Bob. Do you have a few minutes to speak? I am reaching out to you to share with you how much I respect and look up to you. I also wanted to introduce you to Mr. or Miss, again, whoever your mentor is. And this person reminds me of you in so many ways. They're also very successful. And I know if you and them got together, sparks would fly and you both would create huge things together. They are currently involved as a leader with a luxury designer Canadian fashion house that operates in over 165 countries. Would it be okay with you for me to introduce you both to connect and talk? So this is the script for a red. Now what's interesting about the script I want you to pay attention to is you notice in the script make sure they have time to talk because you want to respect a red's time. Don't just connect with a red and start rambling on, okay? They won't listen to you. So you need to treat them with respect because remember, they're successful. Also, I complimented them. I told them that I look up to them and I respect them for what they've accomplished in life. So reds love being complimented because they're accomplished. They're successful. So compliment them. And the third thing I did was edify someone to them that I consider an equal. So that could be whoever you're working with your My5 or the person that's your mentor in GWT. You want to speak highly about that person to the red. So again, make sure they can speak, they have the time, compliment them, talk to them about someone in GWT that reminds them, they're alike. The red reminds you of that person. And this is very, very critical when dealing with a red. Remember, they're already successful, so you want to be very, very sensitive to that dealing with a red, okay? Now, greens. As mentioned, these are the ones that you consider an equal. So you would go, hello, Joe. Do you have a few minutes to speak? The reason I'm reaching out to you is to share with you that I recently got involved with a luxury designer Canadian fashion house that operates in over 165 countries. And here's where you say why you got involved. So you can say, well, I got involved because I work a job and I pay a lot of taxes. I would like to save on my taxes. And when I took a look at this business, it made sense getting involved. Or you may say, look, I just became a dad. I want to spend time with my children and my spouse. And I got involved in this business to have more time freedom. So whatever your reason for getting involved, you want to share it with the green so that they understand why you got involved. Now give me 1 second. Let me just fix this script so it makes sense. Okay, perfect. Okay, so this makes better sense. So now you can also say with a green, remember they would join you because they consider you an equal. So one of the greatest lines you can say to a green is, I would love to have you on my team as one of my key people with what I'm doing. When you say that to a green, you're including them in what you're up to. So it's a very important part of the script. Include the greens in your life and what you're up to. You will see how very simple it is to enroll them in GWT as a diamond. Very, very simple because they want to be included in what you're up to. You can also say, I've also taken on the role of being a talent scout working directly with a few key leaders in this company. Would it be okay with you for me to introduce you to one of these key leaders so you both can connect and talk about what they are looking for? So again, with the green, you connect with them, make sure they can speak, make sure they have time, share with them what you're up to, share with them your story, let them know you want to include them, and also mention you're a talent scout. You've been asked by one of these top leaders to identify key people and you thought of them. Very, very, very important dealing with the greens. And of course, for those of you that have watched my personality types training with shark, whales, urchins, dolphins, you want to always, when you edify the expert, let the person know that they are 1, love making money, 2, loves empowering people, 3, is all about having fun, and 4, has 100% of the information. So you want to cover those 4 points before you introduce the expert to the green. So again, you have all bases covered. So go over this script over and over and over till you have it in your head. Practice in front of the mirror, practice with your team. This is very important dealing with the greens on your list. Now the blues. Remember I said these are the ones in your life that look up to you. So you would say, hello Joe, do you have a few minutes to speak? And again, let me fix this script so it makes sense grammatically. Okay, perfect. So I'm reaching out to you to share with you that I recently got involved with a luxury designer Canadian fashion house that operates in over 165 countries. And again, share your story here, why you got involved. With the blues and the greens, generally they know you and your life and they may be aware of what's going on in your life. So again, be transparent, be open to people, share with them why you got involved in GWT. It's very, very important. Don't pretend to be something you're not. Just be transparent with people, okay? It's one of the best tips I can give you in this training. So you can say to the blue, I want you in this with me. Remember, the blues want to be included in what you're up to. I feel what I'm up to will add tremendous value to your life with what you have been dealing with or going through, because you may know their situation. They're a blue. So it may be a sibling, it may be a close friend, it may be someone that you coach or mentor. They know that you know what they're dealing with. So be okay to be transparent again with them and let them know that the reason you're talking to them is so that you can assist them dealing with what they're dealing with. And then you say, would it be okay with you for me to introduce you to one of my mentors so you get to know them and see the kind of mentorship we have? So again, you're edifying a mentor that's assisting you and working with you to give you what you want, to give you why you got involved in Global Wealth Trade. And again, remember, when introducing the mentor, talk about the 4 personality types with your blue. So before I introduce you to this person, Joe, I just want to let you know they love making money, they love empowering people. It's all about having fun with them. and they have 100% of the information. So I can't wait to introduce you to them. Their name is Mr. or Miss whatever. So remember, the reds, greens, blues require a different approach. If you mix them up, you're going to run into a lot of trouble and you're going to run into a lot of challenges because you're not respecting who you're speaking with. Okay, so do not use the same approach and same script for the same person. If you're approaching a red as a green or a blue, you've lost them. If you're approaching a blue and you're treating them like a red, you've lost them. And if you're approaching a green, treating them like a red or a blue, you've lost them. Okay, so understand who you're dealing with. This is one of the best things I'll ever teach you in business for those of you that want to build a massive business. Okay, now once you've introduced the red, green, and blue to the expert, this is the script. I am so happy I was able to connect you with Mr. or Ms. So-and-so on a call to learn more about them and what they're up to and how you can benefit. Based on the conversation we just had with them, what is the next step you want to take? So once you introduce the red, green, or blue to the expert, you want to find out, okay, what now? Here is where you want to master your listening to what the red, green, or blue want to do after the call with the expert. It could be they may want to meet the expert. They may want another phone call with the expert to ask questions because maybe they really loved what they heard on the first call. They may want to do a Skype or a Zoom or a webinar with the expert if they live in another part of the world because they may not be in your local market. They may want to look at a video or website to learn more to get the person back in front of the expert once they go through the video or the website. So you need to become very discerning. You need to be a great listener. You need to be able to figure out, well, what do you need next after this wonderful phone call that I just put you on with this expert? Once you get through one of the above options, the expert takes it from there. So you want to get back in touch with your expert and say, oh, by the way, Mr. or Miss So-and-so, I was able to put Joe on, I was able to arrange for him to meet with you at the GWT showroom or to come out to a live tour or to be on a Zoom. Can I book you with some time so you can speak to them after that is complete? So you want to keep the expert in the loop when you take the red, green, or blue to the next stop or the next step. Does that make sense, everyone? Okay, good. Now, moving forward, with every GWT presentation, ask your guests, what did you love the most about what you saw and heard? So let's just say you took the guest now to a meeting. They're sitting through a presentation or they're on a live webinar or Skype or Zoom or whatever. They looked at a video or website. You want to find out what they loved the most about what they saw and heard. Now, why are you doing this? Well, you're gathering information and data about the person to give it to the expert. Because remember, you are just finding out from the prospect, whether they're red, green, or blue, what they love the most. One of the greatest mistakes people make in network marketing or in direct sales is they think they know what a person wants. Or they feel they know based on the company they're in or the product line they're promoting or the service that they know what's best for their friends and family and contacts. Ladies and gentlemen, that's one of the greatest mistakes you can make because we don't even know half the time what's good for ourselves. How do we know what's good for somebody else? The only way to know what's good for someone else is to ask questions. You need to discover from them what matters to them. So once they share with you what they love about what they saw and heard, you write that down. And remember, whatever they say is the right answer. It is not your answer, it's their answer. So if they say something that is not something you like, that's irrelevant because it's not about you, it's about them. So then you say, that is excellent with whatever they said. Let's go tell Mr. or Miss So-and-so what you shared with me. So either you want to take them up to the front of the room and introduce them to the expert and let the expert handle it, or you arrange another phone call, Skype, Zoom. I'm sure you're getting the drift. You want to get them back in front of the expert. Now that's very, very important because one of the other mistakes people make in network marketing is they cut the expert out of the loop at this point and they now have become the expert and they start answering questions and going over comp plan and blah, blah, blah. Big mistake. Because remember, the red, green, and blues have an opinion of you. If you've edified an expert you need to now bring the expert back to the table so the expert can carry on the conversation from that point. The minute you become an expert with your prospects, you're doomed. So be very careful with that, okay? The expert will handle the conversation and the next step at that point. And I always remind my red, green, or blue before I put them back on a call with the expert or take them up to the front of the room in a presentation. So again, remember, Bob, this person is an expert with making money. They love empowering people. They love having fun. They have 100% of the information. So I'm so excited to get you back in front of them. So this is very, very important, ladies and gentlemen. This slide right here is where most people in network marketing and direct sales fall apart. They take the expert out of the picture, and they now feel obligated to be the expert. Be very, very sensitive and critical when dealing with this, okay? Make sure you bring the guest back in front of the expert. Now, once the expert establishes with the guest clearly what they loved about what they saw and heard, either at the live presentation or a showroom walkthrough or a live webinar or Skype, it doesn't matter, they will bring you back into the conversation to assist the guest with whatever is agreed upon. So, for example, let's just say I took you up to the front of the room and I introduced you to Mr. Rene Liao. Now I'm quiet. Mr. Rene Liao is talking to you about what you said you loved and heard. And now Mr. Rene Liao is going to turn to me and go, well, Anil, do you mind now sitting with Joe and helping him getting started as a diamond and becoming a VIP member? Let's get the paperwork filled out, or grab your laptop, let's go to your website, let's get him set up as a diamond so we can do his shopping and get him started in GWT with his email and getting set up. So you notice how Mr. Rene Liao brought me back into the conversation now to help Joe get started. Okay? So up until that point, once you introduce the guest back to the expert, you are now quiet and listening to how the expert handles the conversation. Because remember, the expert is equipped and experienced to take the guest to the next step. You are brand new and learning. So what is brand new and learning? I would say if you've been in GWT less than 90 days and you're not a diplomat or ambassador as yet, you're still brand new and learning. So do not become an overnight expert if you are still learning and you are not part of the My5 or you're bringing a red, green, or blue to the table. Remain as a student. Remain brand new. The longer you can remain brand new, the bigger your business will build and the faster it will build. I have been in GWT for quite a while and I'm always brand new. I'm always introducing my guests and my prospects effectively to my My5. Why? Because I want what I'm doing to be duplicatable. It's important what you're doing and teaching to be duplicatable. The minute you become an overnight success, that's not duplicatable, okay? Your team and the people that you're interacting with need to see you following a system. Systems are duplicatable, not people. So go over this training over and over until you have this set in your mind, okay? Now, one more thing before I move on. Remember, whenever you bring the guest back to the table with the expert, do not ever interrupt the expert at any time. I have been on calls and I've been at presentations where I took the guest up to the expert, or I have seen people take guests up to the expert and they feel the expert forgot to mention something or is leaving something else, so they would interrupt the expert while they're dealing with the guest to say, oh, by the way, you forgot to mention this, or can you bring this up, or can you explain this? Ladies and gentlemen, please do not do that. Okay? We do what we do for a reason. That's why we're an expert. So let us do what we do effectively, and all you need to do is pay attention, learn. In fact, you can also have a notebook taking notes while the expert is speaking so you can actually write stuff down so you can learn, because one day you will be an expert for the people on your team as your team builds. Okay, so again, remember, never ever interrupt the expert. So in conclusion, I just wanted to go over these scripts really, really quickly, especially for you if you're brand new or you're stuck or struggling with your business. It could be that you haven't written your list. It could be that you haven't identified the red, green, and blues. It could be that you're not following a system. It could be that you're not using your My5 and experts. And it could be that you're trying to enroll and close people on your own without assistance. So this training is designed to sort of get you reset or back to square one as though you actually signed up today brand new in GWT. So go over this training over and over and over till you have it straight in your mind where you're being ineffective, where you're being disempowered, so you can actually get back on track, get back on the treadmill with building your business effectively. So in conclusion, again, my name is Anil Ramtreter, Regional Ambassador with Global Well Trade. I want to thank you for taking the time to go through this training on how to use scripts effectively and how to use your My5 and experts with building your business. Have fun in the days ahead, and remember, one day you will become an expert as well. However, for the next 30, 60, 90 days, be a student, follow the system, work with your My5 and your experts, and have fun in your GWT business. I will see you soon at the next event. Take care.